A man walks into a craft chocolate shop and asks, "Can you make a chocolate model car for me?" The chocolatier smiles. "Of course, no problem." "Could it look like the VW Beetle my dad used to drive?" "Great idea, I can definitely do that," the chocolatier replies. "And could you make it so the chocolate doors open, with detailed interiors, just like a plastic model car? Oh, and the bonnet and trunk should open too." The chocolatier pauses, considering. "That'll take some planning, but I think I can make it happen. And I'd love it if the wheels could roll, and when you turn the steering wheel, the wheels turn too." The chocolatier raises an eyebrow. "That's pretty tricky in chocolate." "I'll need to experiment a bit, but I'm up for the challenge." "One last thing," the man adds. "Can you make the chocolate windows move up and down when you turn the handles?" The chocolatier laughs in disbelief. "This is insane!" "But give me 3 weeks and I'll see what I can do." 3 weeks later, the man returns, and sure enough, there's a stunning chocolate VW Beetle on display. The chocolatier beams as he shows off every detail: working doors, moving windows, turning wheels, and more. After the demonstration, he asks proudly, "Shall I box it up for you?" The man grins. "No need, I'll eat it right here." A farmer was sitting at the local bar, nursing a drink and looking glum. A curious man walked in, saw him, and asked, "Why are you sitting here drinking on such a nice day?" The farmer sighed and shook his head. "Some things you just can't explain." Intrigued, the man sat down next to him. "Come on, what happened?" "It can't be that bad." The farmer took a sip of his drink and said, "Well, this morning I was milking my cow. Just as I filled the bucket, she lifted her left leg and knocked it over." The man chuckled. "That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world." The farmer sighed again. "Some things you just can't explain." "So, what did you do next?" the man asked. "I tied her left leg to a post," the farmer replied. "Smart," said the man. "What happened after that?" "Well, I sat back down to milk her again. Just as the bucket got full, she kicked it over with her right leg." The man laughed. "This cow really has it out for you." "Some things you just can't explain," the farmer repeated. "What did you do then?" "I tied her right leg to a post too," said the farmer. "And then," the farmer continued, "I sat back down to milk her again. And just when the bucket was full, she swatted it over with her tail." The man nodded, suppressing a grin. "Wow, she's persistent. So what did you do?" "Well," the farmer said, "I didn't have any more rope, so I took off my belt and tied her tail to the rafter. But as I was tying it, my pants fell down, and that's when my wife walked in." The farmer shook his head and sighed. "Some things you just can't explain." A mother-in-law stopped by the recently married couple's house unexpectedly. She rang the doorbell and stepped inside, where she saw her daughter-in-law standing without clothes by the door. "What are you doing?" she asked. "I'm waiting for my husband to come home from work," the daughter-in-law answered. "But you're without clothes," the mother-in-law exclaimed. "This is my love dress," the daughter-in-law explained. "Love dress? But you're without clothes. This is inappropriate." "My husband loves me to wear this dress. It makes him happy and it makes me happy. I would appreciate it if you would leave because he will be home from work any minute." The mother-in-law, tired of all this romantic talk, left. On the way home, she thought about the love dress. When she got home, she got undressed, showered, put on her best perfume, and waited by the front door. Finally, her husband got home. He walked in and saw her standing without clothes by the door. "What are you doing?" he exclaimed. "This is my love dress," she replied. "Needs ironing," he said.